Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their third-year signal caller.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Pass play now. Able to find Hawkinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
They are throwing it again. Pass is caught by Addison. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll throw it yet again. He beams one deep right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Texans force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
A 400-plus yard passing day, it takes everybody. It takes protection. It takes your eligible playmakers to make those catches and gain your yards. But it also takes a red-hot quarterback playing with tremendous confidence and belief in what he can do. Now, well, his teammates are counting on him to do it again.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll send him over right. They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Dropping back to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He's got it at the 24. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it's going to be Texans football. First down, ball at the 36. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. To throw here on 1st down. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. Hauled in left side. And they take him down right along the 30. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. Throw left side, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And now they have a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play action on first down. He's got some, and he won't escape this. The Texans take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Second down now, 7 to go. Simple dive up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes the hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
They'll throw on first. Completed over the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 39. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning him from the slot right. 3rd down from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. He gets 6 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll throw it again. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Broken up by a big guy at the line. And now it's 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. Touchdown, Houston. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Gibson now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. They go play action on 1st. Escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Put some points on the scoreboard. Keep it going.
Another try following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
On the rollaway. Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Oh, Kate. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Takes it in at the 26. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. They come in riding an 8-game winning streak, one of the longest in the league all season, partner. And they're in control of what could be win number 9.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion. That's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. Hits his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Our score, 14-0. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
They send the tight end in motion. Back to the well again. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 20-zip lead. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Gibson now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try and throw it here. Into the hands of Jefferson. Complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Vikings first down.
Back to throw. Locates Jefferson along the sideline. Complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give now from the... We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Texans grab it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Throwing now, following the turnover. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump. Big gain downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans grow their lead yet again. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Starting from the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Running back sent in motion. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's good. Vikings first down.
Motioning left is their running back. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down.
Are you kidding me?
He'll throw it yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has his man. The football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Oh, boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end, too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits, and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it, and they've done it on back-to-back drives.
The Texans and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. From midfield now. And there's your man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate...
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Brings it in at the 12. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Texans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Rob, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. Connecting on the slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Brought in right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Throwing the out route complete. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Completed over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. The 13-year pro still doing what he does as he puts this through. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Jukes one defender. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punting unit out now. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They put a receiver in motion here left. 2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. They're throwing it. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the 1st half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Trying again following the sack. Caught quickly on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st. We've come to halftime. The Texans in unfriendly confines, but hey, they've got the lead. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Tua Tagovailoa, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Bailey Zappi, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in the victory. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half.
Resumes with the
because
kick.
This one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now, off play action. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing from the gun here. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing it again here. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans continue piling on to this lead.
Vikings, nothing.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings now set to take the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
To the air, 3rd and long. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
So out now comes the punter. And he's been one of the players of this game. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Go ahead and call that one incredible. Over 80 yards on the punt. Man, it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a throw. That one's complete, right side. Free inside the 30. To the 10. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans piling onto the scoreboard yet again. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans continue adding on to that lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Gibson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now this offense getting set to work here. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he drives this forward until they bring him down at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to get it with the option here. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. And now we'll have to take a moment for an injured player, and it's a significant one. Tight end TJ Hawkinson in some pain after the play. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. So it's 2nd down coming up. Pass play coming here. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Finds a man right side. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
The ultimate team sport still has so many times games within the game, individual battles. And right now, They don't have an answer for this guy. It may be time to turn the line to Chip to find some way to protect the quarterback.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. Out now come the Texans on offense. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Called in left side.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and just 2 to go. Plowing up the middle. 1st down and more past the 35. And he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Back-to-back carries here. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Searches from the pocket. He's contained at the line for no gain. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll throw it. Finds the in route complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They go play action on 1st. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They gain 14 on the play, and it sets up a Houston 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They are throwing it again. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll throw it yet again. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
And the Texans first down.
Still sticking with the passing game. The throw is caught. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play.
And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Texans keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans tack on 7 more to their lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense running back out now. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
Has his man. It's Addison.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled for a short gain. And we'll pause here for an injured Texans player. Looks like he's shaken up, and they'll get someone out there to look at him. Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And things just seem to keep snowballing for them. Now their special teams is involved. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans returning their offense, and this running back to the field. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position.
And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Vikings have it to start the 4th, and given that score, they're going to need points every... 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out first and goal. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up second and goal. Going ground game again here. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for third down. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No gain, maybe just a couple of inches on the run. That brings up fourth and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. This is a chip shot from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Looking for a throw here. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another carry for him. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They give it to him again. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Here he goes on the bootleg. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, it's time to add some players and some names and a team to the all-time record list. It used to read 12 when it comes to sacks, accomplished 5 times. But you know what we just witnessed? We just witnessed the 13th sack of this game in NFL history. This group has lived behind the other side of the line all game long, and now they will live in their record books right now.
3rd and long for him here. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Right up the gut. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Hand off to the back. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And that's completed right side. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Texans getting ready to celebrate a 9-0 start. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Good rip on 1st down. Now a give on the counter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
And the Texans 1st down.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So the Texans come away with a road win. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Texans as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.